there, Gemini. Welcome to your November 2024 General Tarot Updates. It's Raina here. Let's see. Well, I love these cards. They're just hard to put up. Wow. Interesting. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Nine of Wands. This is a card of boundaries. So sometimes I will say, though, that if you have been, let's say you've been single for a long time and there's a part of you that wants to experience relationship, but maybe there's ambivalence. You could be putting up boundaries, throwing up boundaries, and not even meaning to, but it's just like being self-protective. But in some cases, this is a long time coming, and it's actually a good thing because maybe you have been too lax in allowing someone, or if it's multiple people, to kind of walk all over you, disrespect your privacy or your time, kind of like trying to take your time. There was I remember when I was planning on becoming a yoga teacher, I ended up not doing it, but I did go through all of the training, and I remember they were talking about these yogic principles, and one of them, I forgot what it was called, but it was like non-stealing. I forget what the Sanskrit word for that is, but one of the things that the instructor said was, stealing isn't just about physical theft. It can be stealing people's time. And I thought that was very interesting because, sometimes people are very insensitive when it comes to, or unaware of how they are wrapping somebody else up in, who is trying to do something. And that could be you. You could have had to put your foot down about something like that. In the past position, we have the Ace of Wands. Something new may have come into your life. I'm trying to think astrologically. Oh, I'll tell you what. I mean, you had that solar eclipse in Libra it was this month, at the beginning of this month. And it was at an early degree. Early degree. Well, it was at 10 degrees, but it was very early in the month. And this in Libra is your fifth house of romance. And that can be something that came into your life. Maybe it was more like of an affair type of thing. Who knows? But that may be something where it just happened very suddenly and it was very passionate. Ace of Wands. Wands is fire energy. And you may have not known, what hit you. It was so much like that. But now, because you got kind of carried away, now you have to set down those boundaries. It can also be that this is something that has, if Ace of Wands can be like a passion project, and you may realize that you have something that you really want to accomplish, but you have to order your time. You have to have time to do this. And it means that you have to set strict boundaries. Again, other people trying to distract you, or other types of distractions or activities that you have to kind of halt at the moment. And it might not be that it would be, permanently, but just for the time being, because this thing is really kind of overpowering you, but in a positive way, it could be. The higher message is the Four of Cups. This this is one of the cards. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot. And this one just really is, unreal to me, because the Four of Cups is a card of like being dissatisfied with life. This is a creepy card. I'm doing this now because of Halloween and stuff. There's kind of like some creepy images on the site. Not all of them. There's some beautiful artwork. But this one just is so like creepy to me, because it's kind of like a creepy feeling. It's like this feeling of dissatisfaction, maybe just like not being enthusiastic. So if something has been a catalyst for you recently with the Ace of Wands, it may have sparked some sort of realization that you're not happy, that you're not satisfied in life. And even if you, because I say this, you can feel feelings for someone who is not your spouse. You can feel physical attraction for somebody who's not your spouse and not be having an affair with them. So it's very important to clarify that and stress that not everybody who is engaging in that kind of thing is actually doing something like that. However, having said that, it does act as a catalyst to let you know, wow, this is possible. This is even possible. Because sometimes people get involved in relationships. Maybe that other person, there's something you really admire about that person, but you are not really in love with them. And you're not really like compatible with them ultimately. And you finally realize this due to intense attraction to someone else. And it can be very difficult because you don't really know exactly what to do about it. Especially if you are raising a family, especially if you have these commitments that extend beyond the relationship. But even like in the workplace, this can certainly be true as well. You may feel like you're being taken advantage of. When I see the Nine of Wands, I often think that somebody feels this sense of being walked all over, and something maybe the Ace of Wands ultimately is an idea that you have, and it's really kind of keeping you excited about the potential for something, but you still have to deal with that Four of Cups. What crosses you is the Wheel of Fortune. To me, ultimately, this is a feeling of misalignment currently. And there may be, this is very interesting, because as I was thinking of that card, I was thinking of the fact that Jupiter is in Gemini, but I wasn't really connected to the fact that the Wheel of Fortune is connected to Jupiter. So the fact that I am, reading this as a challenge card could be that Jupiter retrograde, which continues until February 4th of next year. And basically, how this can play out, since there is this there can be this sense of now doesn't feel like the right time to do something. Like the Ace of Wands, aces are beginnings, but there may be things that are keeping you in a state of limbo, I guess, for lack of a better word. Wheel of Fortune, is a card of cycles. And sometimes cycles, that's why I'm saying, like with the transits, when a planet goes retrograde, that is its own cycle. So with Jupiter transing your sign, Gemini, in that first house, it could, and it's retrograding, it could mean that your work right now is inner in terms of your own well, you could say ethics, but I would also say philosophy or life philosophy. What is it that you believe you are here to do? And really exploring it from a deeper level, because you may be trying, the Ace of Wands, it's like, to me, I don't know if this is literally connected to Aries, but it's that Aries kind of forward moving energy that's very impatient, but very passionate and wanting things to progress. But sometimes we have to honor that there are phases that we have to go through. What's coming in is the Judgment card. This is a card that can connect to karma. Karma meaning cause and effect. Something that you've done now coming to fruition. Something actually in the month of November, there is a full moon that is at 24 degrees of Taurus, which will be in conjunction with Uranus retrograde. So it can speak to very abrupt endings. Now, you're having it in the 12th house. This is, the 12th house is the last house. Speaking of cycles, it's the last house of the zodiac. So it could be, and then you're going to have your full moon in December, mid-December. So this could be something connected to your, something in your life that is being resolved, that is coming to the end of that cycle. And it could be that until the middle of November, you have to deal with that resolution. When that resolution happens, then perhaps you're going to start a new cycle, and then you can kind of move forward more. The Judgment card can also be about an actual legal judgment. Perhaps you're waiting for a divorce to go through. Maybe the Nine of Wands is that you don't want to get involved with somebody that you have feelings for, that you have a physical attraction for, because you want to do it the right way. In your mind, the right way is being legally free from your marriage. And it could be a situation, the Judgment card can also be a rebirth. That, it's right under the Ace of Wands. So it could be this idea that transforms your life. And it's funny because I shouldn't have to say this to a Gemini, because you're the idea people of the zodiac in a way, I would say. But I remember when I started my business back, over 9 years ago, I did not have any inkling that I would do it. Actually, 10 years ago, I came up with the idea. Before then, I had no desire, no thought of starting a business or being an astrologer. But I knew I needed more information to be able to do that. I thought I could just do it. And I realized, no, you got to do a little bit more learning. So I did spend 9 more months learning more about predictive astrology. But that really reminds me of some of these cards, because with the Ace of Wands, it was like this idea that I had that came to me out of nowhere, completely consumed me. And during that period when I was, preparing for what I was going to do, it was very exciting because I was, the potential was thrilling to me. And this is the kind of thing what the Ace of Wands is all about. And there could easily, even if you are listening to this and saying, no, there's nothing that's going on with me right now, it only takes like a minute, one moment, for you to come up with an idea that you didn't have a second before. I guarantee you that can happen, because that happened to me. And I wasn't a spring chicken when it happened either. So just realize that. And the outcome, is the moon card. The moon card is connected to creativity. It's connected to fertility, and which creativity is fertility, and it's connected to spirituality. It's connected to your intuition. It rules the sign of Cancer in astrology. It rules the sign, it's connected to the sign of Pisces in the tarot. So this can be like embracing something. Maybe you're embracing your creativity and you're not treating it like some kind of frivolous hobby, but something that you really have a lot of faith in yourself about. But whatever it is, it can be guiding you, and even your intuition guiding you on what decisions to make as you endeavor to do something that's very new and exciting. All right, Gemini, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you'd like a private reading, you can click on the link below. I do mostly astrology readings as well as the tarot. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.